Yeah, so welcome one and all. Today is Sunday, I don't know, November 16, and we're out here again with the CVC because that's what we're on. That's how I go get with to the goal, that's how I go get with to the principle, that's how I go get with to where we want to go when it comes to reading. So we're out here again, and I make some words again, as per usual. So anybody where they are hear me, big up on yourself. Anybody where not there not hear me, still big up on yourself. Because today again, we have to do the same thing again, over again and again and again. Now, we have what we call consonants, right? What are consonants? Basically, consonants are heavier a letter in the alphabet that is not a vowel. So, what are those? We have the letter B. We have the letter C, we have the letter D, we have the letter F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. Come people, let's get going. Somebody tap this live for me. Thank you very much. Tap the live, show the support, so that other people can know that we're here, so that they can join us as well. Well, today I really for the pitney them still, you know. That are just the truth, you know. Today I really for the pitney them. But here, you see, because the pitney them and the big people them still have learned the same thing. Yes, man. The pitney them and the baby them and the big people them and the elder them all have learn the same thing. Them just don't learn it the same way, but them all have learn the same thing, right? Which is why we are supposed to give them the principle in at the beginning, because it might look like say they might take long to learn, but the truth is they are not taking long to learn. The truth is they are actually learning the correct way, so that when they meet the most challenging words, they won't have a problem breaking it down and being able to read it just by the principle that them learn from the very beginning. And that is important. And today we are going to go through a lot of the words them that you would normally see in the word. Well, a lot of words you would normally see with that letter A in the pattern of a CVC, right? So Packer done, big up yourself. Much respect. I see Miss Annette one at the time. Big up yourself. You're probably the church. You know? Tell the pastor if I put me up on the loudspeaker. So that way everybody in the church can hear me I say. Cause, you know, even the Bible, if you want to read the Bible, you have to start read from somewhere. You have to start learn to read from somewhere. You get what I say? So people, can we get over the 1,000 marks? Which is, we get 1,000 like, and let us start from there. You know, that is the mark, set, go. Country, welcome back again. You don't know, but our town still in our country, but Miss Annette say I'm invited to church. I'm going to come, but I'm going to bring all of you up on the life with me. So all of we invited to church here. All of us are invited to church. Let's tell the pastor to put me on the loudspeaker right now. And take a break because he's probably tired. You know? But yeah, as we say people, the Bible, if you want to read the Bible, you still have to learn to read. If you want to learn to read anything, it starts by you being able to read. Right? And yeah. Now, as I can see, we reach 1,000 mark, which that is good. And we have to keep it up because we want to keep up the number of likes so that more people can see what's going on. Right? Now, as I can see, right? Everybody were there today. Big up on yourself. Thanks for stopping by. Right? This is reading class. And it is sometimes entertaining, but it's not the regular entertainment that you're used to. So, I just make that clear, say, if you're about entertainment, you see people run up and jump up and down and them something, you're not going to get that right, so. Not today at least. So, I just make you know. Now, you have what we call the alphabet. Anybody know what we refer to as the alphabet? I want somebody tell me what is the alphabet and what we refer to as the alphabet. Because, one second. The truth is, you know, once you know the alphabet, you know, you're there at least a good foot of the journey, you know. Yeah. Once you know your alphabet, you're there a good foot of the journey. What I mean by that? I mean say, you see the alphabet? The alphabet is where everything comes from. So you see, even them people who just a join, Dale, Chef Shana, Levi or Levi, Anthony, it don't matter what them names, Smiley, Leroy, any one of them would just a join or who they a long time. Right? If you're looking at your name, Peter, big up yourself. Much love and respect. If you look upon the name, you're going to see letters. Right? So you have a name, say your name Peter. And when we talk, we hear the sound come out, and so you hear somebody shout you and say, Peter! Right? But what I try to say is this. Don't these letters you use in your name? Is it not letters in your name where you use to spell your name? Now, where did those letters come from, Peter? Packer, where did those letters come from? Right? Those letters come from the alphabet. Now, we have 26 letters in the alphabet. Right? We have 26 letters in the alphabet. So, if we have 26 letters in the alphabet, how much letter is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we have 26 minus 5, that means we're left with 21. So in the alphabet, we have two things. We have what we call vowel and we have what we call consonant. So you see them here up here, sir? Una see? This is what we refer to as the vowel, right? So these are the vowels within the alphabet. A, E, I, O, U. You have another tricky one, but we're not going to go there, so. We're not ready for that yet. A baby stage. Come, parents, if you have a baby, put them beside you to listen. Put them beside you to watch. So if him out the door a playing at the dirt, and if she round at the back a play dolly house, call them. Make them sit down and look. Make them watch. Make them listen. When I talk, nothing out of order, nothing out of order over here. Right? So it is a child safe free zone where the children can come and listen in just the same and watch just the same and learn just the same. Right? So again, we have 26 letters in our alphabet. They are subdivided into two groups. We call one vowel and we call one consonant. Right? Now, I line it out for you, Up here, so, is the vowel. And down here, so, as you can see, read consonants. Consonants because it's more than one. So you have B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now, you probably say, what kind of craziness that you are going with over here? So, where the part? I want to see what you're up to, Let me see what you're up to. Now, may I say this? Right? You have a type of word or a pattern of word what we call CVC. It normally it comes a part of the closed group syllable. I might say that and you might not have a clue what I talk about, but just keep watching. The closed group syllable, in the closed group syllable, you have the vowel sound, right? In the CVC, the vowel sound is going to make a short sound, right? So that is constant, that don't change. And if it do change, it only change because English normally have what we call exception. People, like the life as we go along, right? We are increase up the likes them today, right? We are support each other today. So don't come at me just a support you know and you not support me. Support the thing, like up the life, call the pitting them, make the pitting them know say we're out here. Encourage me for one stay out here we do know a little bit longer. Because you just might learn something. Right? Now, you have consonant, and you have vowel, and you have consonant again. Right? This consonant is not going to this vowel is not going to change. We'll not change the vowel here. So we'll make it remain and stay or it stay. So that way we can forget the repetition going. We can forget the repetitive practice. We can get this natural principle, right? In the baby them brain. So that way when time them even forgot, them still remember. Yeah. Even when them forgot, them still remember. Ian Campbell, big up yourself. So, as what I say, this is a consonant. This is a consonant. So we sandwich the vowel. Right? We use two consonants. One on this side, one on that side. One on the beginning side, one on the ending side. One before the vowel, one after the vowel. You can term it any how you want to term it. It's the same thing. It don't change. Now, I'm going to show you now. I'm going to rub out this because this only means consonant. So this only means say any one of them here we done here so can go right here so. Right? Any one of them here down here so can go right here so. I'm going to rub out this too. Any one of them with the right here so come from right here so. Right? So we can choose the first one. Right? We don't have to choose the second one. We don't have to choose the third one. Me I go switch it up now and put another one over there. So now you see. So now me I go ask you. Is this a consonant? And is this a consonant? That is a simple question. You see where it come from? These come from the consonant list, which means these are consonant. But the most important thing to know about this particular pattern is not that this is a consonant, but them all together create a layout. All together when they combine, that is now one syllable. That one syllable is a closed group syllable. Because it is a closed group syllable, the vowel in the middle of it will make it short sound. Who understand that? If you understand that, drop an emoji in the chat. And if me don't see 10 emoji, it means that 10 people now understand. Come people. If you understand what I'm saying so far, drop an emoji in the chat. One person understand, good. Two person understand, good. Three person understand, good. Lovely. Excellent. Nice. Right? Yes, man. Keep them coming. Now, because you already know, say, this not change. When I learn this, you know it for today, tomorrow, next week, next year, next month, all for 2030. You're good, see you. Before your baby can read this, or before you can read this, right? Yeah, man, go and stick around, man, and see where you can learn. You might learn something different in a different way, but it still leads back to the same thing. Now, before you can attempt to read this, you can't just know that sound alone, right? So yes, you tick this box, right? You tick that box, and you know that sound to be ah. But what about this one and what about that one? You have to know the sounds before you can attempt to read the word, which means that you have to can recognize this letter right here, so, and you have to can recognize the sound that it is making. The type of syllable that it comes in will change how it sounds. But for this particular syllable, for this CVC pattern, the vowel will make it short sound, which is ah. Again, the vowel will make it short sound, which is ah in this case. Now, for us to read this two part right so, right? We have that sound already. Now, we need to know this sound, right? What sound is that? We know the name of the letter, because all of these have a name. Just like how we can identify one about a name, but I don't know if no found a girl or man. I don't know if no found a boy or a girl. I don't know if no found a live. But I know on the name because I see it. So yes, you know the name, but you can't only just know the name because you can't put the name right here. So you have to put the sound that this letter make. So the name of it is F. So now I am going to ask you, which sound does the letter F make? The sound that the letter F make is that is that sound. The sound that the letter F make is what? That is the sound that the letter F make. So now, for us to be able to read these two sounds alone, because we don't look on this yet, you know. But for us to be able to read these two right here, so we have to put the sound of a, and we have to put the sound f. And then now, when it creates that unique thing, that is what it is. Right? So let's go. We have a, and we have f. Af. Af. What sound this make? A. What sound this make? F. Af. People, you see it coming together? Does it look like I am reading? Does it look like reading to you? Does it look like it makes sense to you? If it is making sense to you, drop some numbers in the chat. Just drop some numbers, some random numbers. Because I want to say you want to pay attention, you know. I want to say you want to understand, you know. Yes, man. Lovely. Right? Now, if you want to read that entire word, big Rob, big up yourself, respect for the roses. If you want to read this entire word now, we already have two sounds. We have a and we have f. And when we put them together, we have af. Right? A, f, af. Now, this sound is b. When we put b and a together, we get ba. Ba. And we already know this already. So now we can incorporate it tonight. Now we end up with bath. The word is bath. Who feels that them can come up, come do that? Who have problem putting sounds together and want to learn how to put sounds together? We are change the consonant them. Because as what me say, this not change. This is not changing. Right? So now, me I go put another letter there, so. And if you look, you see say it come from right here, so. Right? You see it? Then now me I go put another letter there, so. Right? Now we have two new sounds. Two new sounds that we are dealing with. But guess what? The principle of reading it does not change. Right? The principle of reading it does not change. What does that mean? It means that the same principle we apply for read the word before is the same principle we're going to apply again. But for you to be able to read the word, you have to know the sound that this letter make, which is You have to know the sound what this letter make, but you already know it from a while ago because it is a. But in case you forgot, no problem. The sound that this make is a. The sound that this letter make is l, right? We can start from here to go here. We can start from here to go here. It doesn't matter how you want to do it because you're doing practice. But how you read is from left to right, which means you will start from here and you end up there. But for the purpose of this, just in case it might seem hard for you though, come up we start with 2. Right? Come up we start with 2. Much respect for the roses, guys. Enough love, enough respect. Love the support. Love the people and when I tap up the live and I share the live too. So big up on yourself. Keep tapping, keep sharing. Now, this is a. And the sound that this letter make is l. We put a and l together, we get al. If you notice, I never say a l. I never say a l, al, a l. I say al. There's a slight difference that you have to can pick up. One of them is when you're segmenting it and saying a, l, a, l. You're making 2 separate sounds. individually. You're talking individually 2 different times. But by saying al, you talk 1 time and both of these come out 1 time. You not follow? Hey, if you not follow, you see, make sure you say you not follow. Alright, because you're not going to get left behind, you know? I don't intend for nobody to get left behind. So, now we are going to put back this right as now. Because we know that this is al. Right? Now, what sound this make? Right? What sound this make? What sound this make? L. You already know them from before. So, you practice now again. Ma, and a give you ma. And if we go all the way to here, we get mal. Mal. You remember the first one was what? L. Al. Now, mal. So you still hear about the al when you say mal. People are open and get it, you know. If you not get it, alright. Somebody send a request, me accept it. If you don't have on a little baby, on a little son, and a little daughter, who want to read, bring them come. Right? Bring them come learn. Fast car. You still want to come do your thing? It is here for you to do. So who want to send them requests? Send them requests. Right? Just send a request and come up. Hello?
Go for your clothes.
I'm not hearing you, know?
Go for your clothes.
Talk again for me, please.
Go for your clothes.
Voice, I don't know if you have a fat finger or I'm not entirely sure. But I am not hearing you. I don't know if the audience is hearing you. Shamor! What good? I miss you out here, you know. So, voice, if it was not a mistake, like I disconnect you and you can just send back your thing. Because I don't want you make a mistake and then you don't pay attention and see what going on. Fast car. Send a request. Yeah, man. You're good, Chamor. A long time I don't see you, man. I can't hide me. Fast car.
Yeah.
How are you doing today, sir? You hear me properly? Hello?
Good.
You hear me properly? Look like you have a signal problem.
Yeah. Come here properly.
Do you want to tell us? Do you want to tell us a name? Just shorten it. Don't tell us your full name. Just shorten it. Say your name, Neil. Alright, Neil. Right? You're very good, Neil. We don't want to put your name out there like that, right? So, are you able to read, sir?
Yes.
You're able to read. So, what would you like to do for us today? Because you come up. I don't know the reason why you come up. What's the reason you would like to come up?
To learn.
To learn? What would you like to learn? What would you like to learn? Fast car, tell you what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to inbox me and talk to me privately because the signal is not strong. So it's like it is taking too much time. So just message me privately and me can talk, alright? And Neil, big up yourself for the courage of coming up, because a lot of people in the comment afraid to do that. So just big up yourself and go and watch. As me say, fast car does send me a message privately and we talk. But the signal right now is very weak. Now we go again, people. We go again. But this time we go with words that you know, right? Now we have two sounds again. But you're already supposed to know that 1 year from previous. Because it not change, as you can see. Right? So, the only thing we need to know now is the sound with this make. And the sound with this make is D. So now we can put A and D together. And then now we get add. 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 Now, if you tell yourself, say, boy, sir, them are hard, you know, because I don't know how to pronounce them. I gotta ask you one question. One simple question. Can you say the word add, subtract, multiply, and divide? If you can't say it, I trick you. Because when you say add, it's the same add. It might spell different, because it might have 2D. But it still make the same sound with 1D make. So, add. 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 People, now see what I say? Now, I take about one of them D. We can go so now. What sound this make? B. Right? D. Bad. Once I put them together, we get bad. Sir. We can remove this one. And we can just put a M. Now we have a sound we use already. But in case we forgot, it is D. Some people might have problem putting all together at once. Which means you can do one of two things. You can start from right here, so, and go right here, so. Or you can start from right here, so, and come right here, so. So you can do from 1. Let's put 1, 2, 3. So you can start from 2 to 3. Or you can start from 1 to 2. Get in the groove, so that when time you go so boops now and you understand it, then now you can put them all together at once. Right? So we have ma. If you listen closely, you hear me talk 2 times when me say that's 1. That's 2. But listen to when them blend together, how them sound different. They flow smoothly, right? So you want it to flow smoothly. You have ma. You don't hear me saying You hear me saying ma. So it flows from this smoothly to this sound right here, so. And we get ma. But me not gonna stop right here, so. Me I carry it over here, so to this sound, which is D. D. Mad. Mad. Right? Somebody say if I put a H with the M there. If I put a H right here, so. I shouldn't use black for them, you know. If I put a H right here, so. It's not gonna be so much different than the word that we had before. Because what happens is that talking is sounds. But sometimes the sounds can be so minuscule, like so small, that you can't even pick up, say, I know it me say. Like for example, me can say the word bad and you think me say the word that. Me can't say the word mother yet if me say not. Because it is so minuscule in sound. It's a minimal pair. It's so minimal that sometimes you can think that somebody say something what them not say. And this is why when you have the word B and P and C, it sounds so close. Because it is minimal pair. A lot of people don't understand that the sounds are so minuscule. But guess what? You see this right here, so? This right here, so, is basically a breath of fresh air. Right? You make a sigh. You know when you're tired and you just... Right? But when you talk, you practically like you not hear it. So if you decide say you not say that and you make that silent, what you're left with is what? You're left with this and you're left with this. So you're only left with two sounds. So when you put both of these together now, you still get add. Add. So it still sound like I say, I had been here. I had. Right? So you just want to have this as a silent sound and it still can work. You don't have to pressure your brain. You don't have to pressure yourself. It's a breath of fresh air. So you can still make the breath of fresh air and make it flow out smoothly to this right here, so which is ah. So you have ha. It not sound like you say not much different, but it's just a breath of fresh air that comes out with it. Ha. Had. So even if I say add, like you add, multiply, subtract, it is not much different from saying had. I had to go. You had. Or you have. One of them, I don't remember. But I had. So I hope you get that, you know. The person who was asking to put H. I hope you get that. So the H is practically silent. You can treat it silent. You can treat it like it's not there. And it still would still make sense to the person who you're talking to. Right? But it's a breath of fresh air. Just use it as a breath of fresh air and you're good. So you can put the breath of fresh air with these two together and you're good. Right? Other than that, you don't have to make it none at all. Somebody else have to put S. Feel like I don't watch Shamor, you know. Shamor, what good? Long for see you, you know, Shamor. You just jump the chains and just... Where you going with? Where you going now with, mate? Wait, I was going to mark them this morning. Bad mileage. Ah, da da da. Yes, people. Alright, no problem. So, we have right here, so again. You probably don't remember, but that's okay. Because I'm going to tell you again. This is a, this is d. You put both of them together, you get add. 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 You can start over here. Sad. Sad. Sa. Add. Add. Sad. Sa. Sad. People. The reason why this work, and it works so well, is because one, you're not just practicing what am I saying now? Yeah, practice. Yeah, practice the sound right here, so as a, it remain constant. So guess what? You not have to remember too much things. So the only sounds what you need to remember now is these, which are the consonant. So now you get the chance to practice. The baby get the chance to practice. Now, if them forgot this, them are you. How much time you use that now? You use that about 5 times already or more or less. But you use it. It you use the most out of everything we are going so far. Because it not change. It's there. So them are going to remember this. Them are naturally are going to learn the sound by repetition alone. Somebody's ever put a D. Come like, I'm gonna put them marker here in the sun for charge up. Alright, good. I mean, have marker here. I know marker them are more, so. So I don't know if you can see that. Actually, I know I use the block still. I don't know if you can see that. But yes, you can see that now. So, with this now, somebody's ever put a D, right? But we can also start without it. So let's start back right here, so. Right? Let's start back right here, so. What have what? A, D, ad. What sound the D make? The D make the same sound as this make. D. So now we have D, A, da. Da, 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 dad, ad, dad. Open, you see that? Da, ad, d, a, da, ad, dad. That's the word. People look like when I get tired for me, so. We can make so many words with it, right? Just by using the letter R from right here, so. Why me keep taking out the marker when I write? What's wrong with me? That is the letter R. But I write it big, because probably put them a look on it and know it's a R. Right? This is P. A, p, up, a, p, up, r, a, p, rap, rap. Yeah, you know. We're still there. We're not going away. I can't make one choose on the comment, you know. What right that's so? A, f, a, f, a, fun. A, an. A, an. F, a, fun. Fun. You can make so many words. So, here is the thing now. You want to do that as many times as you can do that. So, you see, for the whole of tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, at this alone. Only this. Only this. It don't change. This alone. Because now the baby can't tell us they forgot that. I really this I work on, you know. But these over here are just bonus. And this year work on. And when you work on it, week 1, we're going to week 2. I'm not even going to put E, I'm going to put I. And we do the same thing again. Hey, business, eh? And the same thing again. Life goes on. We have to carry on. Yes, man. And the same thing again. But this time, the sound what we are focused on change. So it's not A for the whole of the week where we're gone. It's now E. So now we have I, in. And we see the word where it from. And we repeat the same process. I, fin. Because by the truth is, if you practice it from the vowel and you go to if you start with these two and then now you start to add consonant in the beginning, you would be able to listen, man. Listen, the amount of words where you can read. And if you notice, the principle does not change. We'll start with this sound, which is f. We'll come here, which is E. So now we have fi. That's two sounds put together. Then now we'll go over here and we'll add in an extra sound, which is When we put all of them together, we end up with fin. We can change this. We can start off with two sounds. Right? It. By putting those together, read. All you need to know is the sound for this and the sound for this. But you want to practice it so many times that them can't forget it. Even when they in their sleep, they must say, Mommy, it. Mommy, all when them in them sleep, they might dream about it. Alright, and no problem. So, we can put a S now around there, so. We can put a P now around there, so. We can put a B around there. This is the formula. It might seem like it is boring, but you can make it entertaining. You can have a paper where you can cut up. Right? You have a paper where you can cut up. When time you cut up the paper, you can put one letter on the paper. So you can put this on the paper. Right? When you put this on the paper, what happens is that you can put it around your house on the ground. You can make them jump on it and call the sound what it make. You can paste it on the wall and make them slap it and call the sound what it make. You can turn it any way you want to turn it. Yes, bossy. Ask your question, man. Don't afraid. Somebody said put the letter P. Let me do the S first. So this is it. What sound this make? It. Sit. 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 And if you listen carefully, you don't hear me saying it. Because that is 3 different times you talk. I want to talk one time. Sit. Make it flow. Make it flow. You say you want a question, I say you put A. I'm not sure what that mean. You put P now. Now, you probably tell me, say, boy, sir, I don't know the sound for the letter P. But, I not be disrespectful enough, but I gotta ask you, you beard? Where you use beard? Tell me where you use beard. You don't use a rock beard? Okay, good. You use soap? Oh, you use soap. Listen to the word soap. Listen to the sound that come out at the end of the word soap. That is your P. That is the pronunciation of P that you're making when you say soap. Wait. You probably not beard, but you probably love your belly. So you probably drink soup. Listen again. Soup. You hear it, right? pit. Now you have E, now you have P, E, P, P, pit. The person will ask for the letter P, I hope you see that. All I am saying is this. Sometimes you guys are able to make the proper pronunciation, but you don't know. So because you don't know, so you're able to make the proper pronunciation, you're thinking that you can't make the pronunciation correctly. But that's not true. My question is that if you can talk, which the answer is yes, then you're making the proper pronunciations and you don't know. Because you think I am talking, but I am making pronunciations. That is what I am doing now. I am making pronunciations of the letters that you would normally see in a book or on a board or somewhere to read the text. Right? So you don't know that I am making pronunciations. You don't know that you're making pronunciations when you what? When you talk. Which means all of them sound are there right here, sir. Even if you never learn it and you can't talk, you know them. You just need to become aware that you know them. That's all. Right? You want me to do it with B? With B? No. My question is this. Can you say Bob? All you need to do is say Bob and listen. Listen to the ending part. How may I say? Bob. B. B. That is the sound for the letter B. 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 Bob. Stab. Lab. Anything with the letter B. Lab. Mab. Sub. You're making the pronunciation for the letter B, but you don't know. So now I have B. 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 E. B. B. T. Bit. Bit. Because the one she wanna like a bit of food she love enough. You see it? And then now we change this again after we have done the second week of practice. Or we have done enough practice that naturally the baby has retained what sound that has made and can do it by memory or by motor work without even have to think about it. So even though this is 3 sounds, we limit them to think about 2 sounds in the beginning. And we work. So when them do B-E-T, them also are going to do B-A-T and them never know say them do B-A-T. And them don't know say them are going to do B-I-T. And them don't know say them are going to do B-U-T. But we're not changing this. We're changing these, and by changing these, the consonant, they will eventually get all of this practice done. People, when you think what me I say make sense, tell me the truth. When you think a foolish me come and tell you today, or a foolish me I do, or a tell me the truth. More hear from you, the audience, in the chat. More hear from the people them where I look and I see and there and not leave. Is it helpful? Is it making sense? Is it helping anybody? Is anybody getting help? Does anybody understand what is going on? Is it complex? Is it too hard for you to do? The truth is, you probably are a parent, and this is the most basic form what you can do to help your child. So when them go school, them already warm up to where the teacher ready to give them. So don't just make the baby go to school and come back. Oh, not even what you learn today, you know, ask them. When them come back, not even look at nothing. For the whole week, you have this formula. The teacher make you know, say, boy, for this week, yeah, I just how we do. So you make them do ba, you make them do pa, you make them do sa, right? You make them do all of them, and you can't even combine them. You make them do sasa, you make them do papa, you make them do dada, you make them do mama, over and over. And by doing that over and over, they would have been learning how to read in the most intelligent way, how to learn to read. Because when you learn this principle, you don't just learn English alone. And that is what I think makes this so unique, because it is a principle that is not only followed in English, it is also followed in Spanish, French, Italian, and other cultures. Now, let me give you an example of what I'm saying, right? You have the word salt. Somebody go up on Google and look what it means by salt in Spanish. While you're there on Google, also check what it means by sun. Right? So check those. What it mean when you say salt in a Spanish, and what it mean when you say sun in a Spanish. Just check. One person can go check, or two person, and come back. Come tell me if that is how it is spelled, if it is spelled correctly. Because I am going to also show you that the principle that I have been doing still works in another language. So you know, just learn English. You learn to read on a broad scale. You can get up and go learn Chinese tomorrow by learning this principle right here. So me I wait for somebody, you know. Say if you not go, the whole of you go just there sit down and do nothing. So somebody go and go look what salt mean and what sun mean in a Spanish and come back come tell me. In the meantime, for the people who there want to like up the live, go and like up the live. Go and like and share the live same way. Wait, nobody na gone yet? O na Musa? People, may I give you 1 minute for go check in. If you don't come back in 1 minute, you know. That's it for the day, you know. Shamu, look like you know that half of your head, so you check? Alright, good. Anyways, you check and you come back, right? Now, this is what may I say, right? This is a Spanish word. It is not English. This is also a Spanish word. It is not English. But what I'm going to ask you is, when you're doing English, what sound does this make? Does it sound like S? Yes. In this case right here, son, in this case right here, sir, it is making the same sound. So if you do a Spanish, it still have the same sound like we in English. So that's good. So that means that we don't have to go back, go learn nothing again. Now, what sound this make over here? So this is L, by the way. I'm going to put that because you have a lot of people might not know say that L. What sound does the letter L make? The sound that the letter L make is L, right? So, we know two sound out of all of it already. Because we already know it in English. Make we start up here, so. We never just did do that a while ago. And never that we started. But we are say it is just the same. So if you read this in English or you read this in Spanish, it now read no different. It's the same way it read. Exactly the same. So this is this is l. And we put these together, we get al, right? We have s, l, sal. So it's the same principle I just used a while ago. Matter of fact, them share the same sound in a Spanish and in a English, just the same. So because of that, them sound exactly the same. So this sal, it sound the same way in a English and it sound the same way in a Spanish. Now, this one is the letter O. The letter O can make more than 2 sounds. So, the letter O mainly can say O and it can say A. Like in the word cup, you hear a sound, but it spells C-O-P. In a, which word now? In the word to, it spells T-O, but it make a U sound. Now, in this word, right? In this word, it is making a O sound, like O, O. So this is saying O. So you have S, O, L, sol. So now you have that word which is sol, and just by using the same principle that you use in English, is the same way. It's the same thing, right? It is the same thing. People, would you agree? Honestly, me do nothing different than what me did do since me start. Talk the truth. Did I do anything different? Is it the same thing since me start? I just do back a while ago. One of them is sal, one of them is sol. Sol means sun, sal means salt. Oh, that raw. Checking in class. Summer class is on. You. People, me don't see nobody talk to me like, what go on? What me I say now make no sense to you? And I get what me I say. But I have 5 more minutes of my time, you know. After that, me jump in. Big up yourself, man. You don't know your teacher too. You just threw this in your class. Yeah, man, a simple thing, man. You know them thing already, man. Them thing are kid stuff. What you miss? You miss a whole lot. You have to go catch a replay on YouTube. People who not follow me yet, just follow. Click the link in the bio. Look what going on over there. And them look at something there. Yeah, man, they miss a lot, but it's not hard. You just for recap, as a man say, you want consistency. You want something that's very constant. You don't want it to be changing. And English is very changey. It changes a lot, right? Now, you have vowels of the alphabet, which you have the alphabet. In the alphabet, you have vowels and you have consonant. So that's 2 groups, vowel and consonant. So because you have vowel and consonant, they're easily to differentiate. Now up here, so as you can see, is the vowel what we are dealing with, right? The vowel. Those are the vowel. Now you have the pattern, what we call CVC. What is that, you might ask? Words that fall in this pattern are CVC. Pat, pit, set, bet, run, Mad, bad, pad, lap, tap. Set, sit, sun. So, the thing about it is this, right? We want to practice over and over to get that repetition. We want that repetitiveness, right? Because, you know, English is very muddy when it ready. So, we are start from baby stage, right? But we can't introduce to the baby them so early, say, 500 sound. So first, we want them to learn them here. But we don't only want them to learn them here. We want them to read in the principle of how reading work. By putting sounds together, right? So we have one letter represent one sound, one letter represent one sound, and one letter represent one sound. So what we do is put these sounds together, right? But before we reach to the 3 sound part, we can start with 2 sound, right? The question is, what sound does that letter make? Which is A. What sound does this letter make? T. When you put A and T together, you get at. That is the word. That is how you read the word, right? So you can start off like that. Then now you can put on your 3 letter, right? You can use any one of the consonant them. Just pick a consonant. You don't even have to use P. You can say, alright, then me not like P, make me use S. Right? Planet Earth, big up yourself, you know. You check in late still, but you know, you're still there early because we not finish it still. But we are going to jump off shortly. So, you have this sound now. You already practiced this many times. And you know this is at, right? You have s, at, sat. When you blend it now together, you get the word sat. But this is what me I say now, right? You did for there, man, and that's why. You did for there, right? But because it is so changey and so complex sometimes, we're going to do this for the whole of 1 week. So every day for 1 week, we are not changing this E. This is week 2. For the next whole of 1 week, we not change the letter I. And for the whole of the next 1 week, we not change the letter U. So we have 5 weeks. What are this? 1 week what a A, 1 week what a E, 1 week what a I, 1 week what a O, 1 week what a U. And we practice. What that do? It get them to learn this right so. Them here. The 5 vowels where you have to learn. These vowels come in almost, them vowels are coming in every word where you can think about. These vowels is what comes in the words. So you want to know them first because they are most consistent to come in a word. So by learning this first, you catch up a lot of things quickly. Rather than learning these first, right? You learn this up yourself, which is the vowel, right? But you don't just learn this, you learn it in a one format where it makes sense. CVC is also a closed group. Because it is a closed group, this right here says going to make it short sound. So because it is making it short sound, it is already constant. It is not changing. Because it is not changing, you don't need much brain power for you to remember. By doing it naturally, it just becomes a part of you. It just becomes a part of you. Which means it will become part of the baby them. So that way, them have the repetitiveness going on. It naturally happen. But upon the side of that, them alone what sound this make. Them a learn what sound this make. Them not learn it for just these 2 writers alone, right? Them a learn B, right? When they do the word but, they learn B and T. When they do the word bap, then do B and P. When they do the word sap, then do. So them a practice. Yeah, rings out this like clothes, give them. Them a do it for the whole of 1 week. You can't change this. This stay constant. When you go so boops now, you practice the whole of them consonant with this. Week 2, you change it. And the whole of the consonant them you rinse out again. Week 3, you change it. And the list go on and on. And again, what you get out at the end of that? You get them being able to read any word that is a CVC. Any word, whether it is PAM, whether it is man, whether it is mat, whether it is bat, sat, sit, lip, lap, tap, it no matter. Any CVC word, they will have familiarity to deal with it. They won't be scared. They would have the courage. They would have the strength. They would have ready for one read. So they might learn the principle. They might learn it in a one way where it make them not even have a remember. It just a going at their memory easy by just motor skills. By doing it over and over. And then now upon the side of this, they might learn the consonant them. And guess what gonna happen now? Big words start come. Them say big word, you know. them say big words start come. Big word like this. And a big word that them would have already know this already, and this already. All left for them is to put it together. We can't have that S to it. Because it's probably more than one. How much letter this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letter that they can read one time, you know. Just by doing that, you know, and them could have probably can do it before, you know. Listen, man. Reading, as me telling you, is not hard, you know. It's the whole language itself that is hard. Because reading is nothing more than putting these two sounds together. And if I done that correct, that means I'm read. And you can't tell me me not read. You can't tell me otherwise. Reading is putting sounds together. But you have to know how the sounds them come together. Like for example now. Because I probably have some chat too much, you know, but watch this chat now. You see chat? Now, you look on that and you say, boy, I want a hard word. It is not no hard word. The only thing now, right? We can shift the focus to this. Because them already know that. And them already know this. So we can shift the focus to that now. And start practice some digraph. Some 2 letter make one sound word. Right? Then now we can go so boom and put a SH. Some 2 letter make one sound now. Right? You see what I say? Dan, big up yourself, you know. Big up yourself. Muchas gracias. So, as I may say, people, you do this in a English, you do it in a Spanish, you go do it in a French. If you decide say you want to learn a new language, that is it. What about excitement? You don't reach excitement yet. If you want to look like excitement, you have to go laugh. So, this is the thing. Right? Excitement don't have to be hard. But before excitement not be hard, you have to know. You don't miss out nothing, man. Just go on YouTube. Just go on YouTube and Planet Earth. I can't believe I said that. Planet Earth. I can't believe I said that. Planet Earth. You see, the thing is, sometimes it's not even the teacher, you know. Sometimes it's the pitting them themselves and the parent, you know. Because the parent them make the pitting or do not know yard and them something. The pitting them now no discipline. So when time they reach a school, teacher can't even control them again. But me, I can tell you something. No pit now go control me. But as a man said though, you can just go on my page. See the page right there, sir? Right? Once you go on the page and you click the link right there, so it's a link tree, you are gonna see two something come up. You are gonna see the number come up, you are gonna see all of that. You can click on YouTube, you can click on the link. You see me? You can read the information, look at it. You can even click on this right there, so and join the WhatsApp group or whatever. So, you know what I miss out, man. Just watch some videos on YouTube. Either way is either way. Back to the word excitement, because that was a lot of excitement. So, well, the teacher now can help with everything still, you know. Just to be honest, sometimes the teacher themselves chest, you know. Sometimes the teacher they have 15 road pitney for deal with one time, so just imagine. But me now pick up for the teacher them still, you know, but me just I say, sometimes the perspective will come from, if we change it just a little bit, it can change the whole outlook on things. So you for yourself have to just try to find it for yourself, try to get it for yourself, try to find a way how you can get it. So that way you kind of already have it before you go to school. Right? It might hard as a little youth, because you probably don't know them things there or nothing. So, you know, but me like to look on things kind of different sometimes, and that's why I teach it the way I teach it, because the whole look sometimes have to be different. It can't be the same as everybody. Now back to the person who asked about the word excitement. Excitement, in the word excitement, I am sure that the baby them could have can already read that. Would you agree? By practice and practice, the baby them would have already do that word there already. M-E-N. Because by the time it reach the week where you're supposed to do the E, and the E still constant, where it don't change, they would have practiced this. Am I lying? You see where I'm going with that? You see where I'm going with that? Now, if them could have already read this already, I am sure that if you put an extra letter upon it, them can read it. So then therefore, me can cross out that. You see that, voice? But here why I cross out that is not just one reason why I cross it out. It is because it falls in a more advanced topic, what we call affix. Right? So by learning affix, you would have learned say the MENT is practically one thing and you want to treat it as one thing. So when you treat it as one thing, when I say excitement, when I say entertainment, anything we have meant, if I even mental, you would already know how to deal with that. So right there, so we not even need the ment on it, because that now is not nothing hard. Would you agree that it is not hard? Because you see how the approach how we take how it would have build up to it. Cool. Now it leaves us with this right here, so. That is a magic E syllable. That is a magic E syllable, which means that you would have to know that this letter E comes back to that letter around there and make it say name. So you would have to know, say, that sound I in the word when you talk. Right? So, this now, you would have also know, so whenever you have C and I, you would have to know, say the C is going to make a sound like a S, because the C can sound like a S and it can sound like a K. But it depends on which vowel come after it. So just imagine me, I tell a little 4-year-old, 5-year-old baby them this. For them members say, this have to come back around so. For them members say, this have to go with that. For them member all manner of things. Why am I going to do that? Why am I going to stress them out like that? No wicked me wicked. No wicked me wicked. So, I'm going to say books now you would learn this. So you wouldn't be able to can understand it. And when you learn that, you learn the principle of dealing with the word pine, bake, cake, because all of these are magic E syllables. Which means we can cross out that, because when time we reach to that point, we would be able to deal with it. Vice, I hope you see what I'm going on. It the principle build up. Now we left with this. You remember when we have the CVC, and right here so the vowel there, and the consonant over here so? Look at that. So we're working at the reverse. I'ma show you. Say it wouldn't hard. It would actually be an easy word. But the principles come first. The principle come first. And the principle is what I am teaching. And the principle is what me I telling you say you must learn. You can't take it for granted all you want to know, because I'm going to start charging you for come on TikTok. Yeah. When I come live, I'm going to start making you pay, because you can't take it for granted. So, because you're not going to take it for granted, I'm going to make you don't take it for granted. You see it? And then now, yeah, codes want come back for the furniture and the fridge. So, might as well, you just go and pay me. And then now, I can have a little cool water for drink. When I'm out here and thirsty, I can drink a little cool water. Because you're not going to take it for granted. What I am teaching you is principles. I'm not teach you how to remember word. And that I do. I teach you the principle. Which means that if you follow it, you must get a result. It's not a question. You have to get a result. That's how sure I am. If you follow the principle, you cannot go wrong. It's the principle. Alright, let me show you something. If you're up on your bed right now, or you're up on a chair right now, and somebody kick with the foot at the chair, or somebody roll you off of the bed, don't you go chop a ground? You know why you chop a ground? You jump a ground because there's a principle that is in play where you're probably not thinking about. Gravity. If you chew up something right now, I promise you it's going to drop. Why? Because of gravity. The principle of gravity is why it's going to fall. You can't change that. Me can't change that. That's why I tell you, say, if I ever God himself come here say right now, for read the word, this a word I write so, him have to put them three sounds together and him can't get out of that. Because the moment him don't put it together, him can't call the word. Me not ask you. I tell you. I am 1000% sure. And if you don't believe me, try change this sound for another sound, and I promise you're not going to get the one where you did one before. And if you go again and change this to something else, I promise you it's not going to sound the same. You could have think all you want to think. Whenever I come here, a principle me show you. Principle. This is principle. It can't change. You can't change it. Nature not going to change it. There is nothing that can change this principle from working. Matter of fact, I show you how it works in Spanish. Matter of fact, I can draft it French right now and show you say it works just the same. You can't change it. Me can't change it. I don't know who can change it right now. I stuck this so. Yeah? Planetary to the gravity. But people, I'm not going to tell you like it was a pleasure being out here with you again and spending some time with you again. And I love the support and I love how the people tune in and You know, them show them interest. I mean, we should have more people over here. We should have about 30,000 people. But we can't fight nobody and we can't force nobody because we're not going to breach nobody. You understand? We can't make people move. We can show them the way. We can tell them the way. We can help guide them. But if a person don't want to be guided, you can guide them. So, for those who come and show interest, me a big up on you. For those who come and show, say you want to learn, me a big up on you. Right? So, just take the principle, go and go work it. You get that free. People have to pay for it. You get that free. You get the time free. Right now, 2 hour time I run right now, and times are precious. Right now, we should have probably do all don't waste people them. Cause them need time right now on the day, so I get the time free and easy. Them would have want to look like that time, to lift up 2 block and lift up 2 cement and them look a thing there. But, you know, my condolence to those who lost somebody or, you know, those who might lost their home or anything at all. But, you know, just try to keep strong and reach out. Boy, planet Earth, it rough. It rough. Sorry if you hear that still, I hope things are too bad. But, you know, that's why I want to build a community, because right now we could have helped planet Earth. Could have give him one couple zinc, couple black, couple cement and them look at something there. So, but one day, every day that nuts, how are you doing? So when we want to jump off, everybody I jump on. So that's so cruel to me. Yes man, me always have time for you, man. Me have time in a reserve for you. Yeah. Yeah, planet Earth. Love that. Yeah man, big up for that, because some things are going on in this earth away. On the planet Earth. Some crazy thing are going on. But I say for the people who feel it, boy, I apologize, yeah man, but I can't really do nothing different from that still, cause you know that a nature. But you know, if I have like a word of encouragement, if I have give a little baby a session with there and we can do that. You see it? So glad for you say alright, still in a good shape. And you can there with me. One team. God first. You don't know Anisha. People, I just want to big you up again. Big Rob, big up yourself. You don't know, much respect for the gifts and everything. All of the people who check in. Some of them silent, but me I big them up still. Rich. You don't know, big up yourself. Fritz now. Christian. Toes. I don't know how somebody name themselves Toes, you know. But Toes, big up yourself. Anthony, big up yourself. I don't know if that is Ryandy or Rayandy. Whichever it is, you know, big up yourself. Anthony again, Barnes this time. Jenna Boss Lady. And big up yourself, I'm gonna give her a shout. Asha more Vice. Big up, you know. Don't know if you check in. Fast car, this is fast car one at a time. Big up yourself, fast car. Remember if you check in and link me. If you're the boat. Shamor. You don't know. You have a number one, you know. Angel. Miss Annette. Miss Annette probably gone already, gone work at church, but Miss Annette, big up yourself. And we have to big up Ra, you know, because Ra check in our class, you know, from when? From both summer, early summer. Ra check in a class. Summer class for the whole summer. Is it? Jaja good. yeah, it's a terrible time in Jamaica for a lot of people. It some places sunny, some places dark. Is it? Well, whatever you can do, planet Earth, you can just do. Cause sometimes help not necessarily means that me have to reach to you physically. It means that me can also make help reach to you. So whichever way can work, just make it work. You see it? Nisha, as I say, man, I jumping on your DM. Jumping on the DM like a pool right now. People, big up on yourself. Enough love. Enough love, enough respect. Adios. Is it? That means goodbye. Alright. Let's say más tarde. Hasta luego. So, later again. I might check him out later still. I don't know. My mind work different, you know, so let's see. So big up on yourself again and see where we go.